happy on the two of them. So we don't see it. Not only do we not see it, but when we do see it, it's shown as something really negative. Pop culture is full of stereotypes of, you know, bitter, bitchy, childless women, or desperate, neurotic, childless women. It's really hard to find role models in popular culture that are very clear about the fact that they're not interested in having children, who are celebrated, beloved main characters. There's just very few of them. And if that happens, some writer's room ends up knocking them up anyway, because they fully believe that that is really the happy ending they should have. And Big Bang Theory, I don't know if anyone watches that show, but Big Bang Theory is a great example of two very outspoken main characters who did not want children. And by the time the series ended, one had more than one child at that point, and the other discovered she was pregnant. And there was no conversation about that. She was pregnant and was like, oh, well, I'm pregnant. After an entire season of her telling her partner that she did not want to have children. Like the whole season was about that. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you don't see something, it's much harder to imagine that it's possible. And we grow up in a world which is very, very pronatalist, and very much reflects those ideas in our society. And that comes from our families, it comes from our culture, it comes from our religious traditions, it comes from cultural traditions, it comes from government policy, all the way up and down the line. In the film, I do spend a lot of time showing specific examples of this. Why you never or rarely will see a pregnancy test ad where someone is happy not to be pregnant. I defy you to find more than like one ad where somebody is looking, it's all very classic, the nice music is playing, someone's sitting on their beautiful couch waiting for the pregnancy test result to come through. And you never see negative, I'm so happy it's negative. And
they high-five their partner.
They high-five, they hug, they call their, mother and go, Mom, I'm not pregnant. Isn't that great news? And that's it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. And you have to ask yourself why. Why, when I believe that many, many people take pregnancy tests to determine that they are not pregnant, we never see that reflected in these commercials. They are always everybody happy and crying because they got a positive result on their test, instead of just going, "Whew, that was a close call." So that's just one example. But when you start looking for it, it's everywhere.
No, I think you're totally right. Like, even with the handful of emails you and I exchanged, and we were talking about that we're both equal Marvel fans, and I thought about that movie that you haven't seen yet, the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse movie, where one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel universe is Scarlet Witch, and that entire movie is her trying to jump through different dimensions in the multiverse so she can steal her children from another version of herself. Like, I didn't even really think about the plot line so much until our conversation, and I was like, that is really messed up. That this is what one of the most powerful Marvel characters is, what they're making her do. That she will try to ruin the universe because she hasn't had